The Eagles and Patriots are going to Super Bowl 52. Hi, everybody. On this January 22nd, this is Trivia Treats. The Patriots won last year. The Eagles have not been there since 2005. They've never won a Super Bowl. But speaking of Super Bowl, on this very day, exactly 29 years ago, Joe Montana led the San Francisco 49ers to a last-minute touchdown to slide the Niners past the Cincinnati Bengals 20-16 in the Super Bowl in Miami. In that game, Montana drove his team 92 yards in 11 plays. The year was 1989. 1 year and 5 days before that Super Bowl, in 1988, the Cleveland Browns fell 38-33 to the Denver Broncos in the AFC Championship game at Mile High Stadium in Denver. The Broncos led 21-3 at halftime, but Cleveland rallied to deadlock the game 31-31 on a Bernie Kosar touchdown pass. Then John Elway drove Denver 75 yards into the end zone on a 20-yard touchdown pass. Then, with the Broncos up 38-31, the Browns were driving for a potential game-tying touchdown when Cleveland's running back, Ernest Biner, fumbled on the 2-yard line with 1 minute left to go in the game. Denver recovered and took a safety for the 38-33 win. Mother of God! It was the second year in a row in which the Broncos defeated the Browns in a thriller in the AFC Championship game. In 1987, Denver won 23-20 in overtime at Cleveland. Finally, 58 years ago at this time, in 1960, a twin-engine DC-3 with a defective electrical system carrying members of the Minneapolis Lakers NBA team crash-landed in the dark during a snowstorm in a cornfield near Carroll, Iowa. The plane was without lights, radio transmission, and flight dials, and was running very low on fuel. The wind-whipped snow was so thick that the pilot had to lean out the windows for visibility. The aircraft landed in a foot of snow with no injuries to any of the 23 on board. The Lakers were traveling home to Minneapolis from St. Louis following a loss to the St. Louis Hawks. The team completed the journey home by bus. Among those who escaped the crash were coach Jim Pollard and players Elgin Baylor, Frank Selvey, Tom Hawkins, Rod Ellis, or Boo Ellis, Larry Faust, Dick Garmaker, Hot Rod Hundley, Jim Krebs, and Bob Leonard. It was almost like when Sully landed his jetliner in the Hudson River in New York a couple of years ago. They called it the Miracle on the Hudson. 58 years ago, they called the Lakers mishap the Cornfield Miracle in Iowa. Even though the Lakers lost that night, they were a very, very lucky team. Till Friday, be a good sport and stay loose.